Hello.
Hello.
Nice to have you back, Simon. We have been recording this entire time.
I saw that. I hope you haven't heard the conversation.
I only just clicked it on literally just beforehand. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the next episode of Coaching Chats. Simon's dogs are in the background for reasons unknown, but that's all right. How's everyone's week been, guys?
Very good. Very good.
Very good. Jules, how did you go with the footy?
Not good. Not good at all. But we'll review that when it comes to sport time. But no, everything's good.
A couple of big sporting news stories that we'll get into later.
Yep. Me and Adam are starting a new program this week, which is a hypertrophy clusters program. And I started eating clean again. And this is kangaroo mince. I'm eating Skippy. You know, Australia is the only country in the world that eats their national animal.
Wow.
I don't think that's true because the French eat chickens. So,
Is that their national animal?
well, it's on their freaking emblems. So,
Ask Simon. He's basically French.
I don't know that.
yeah.
Maybe that's in the quiz.
The Blue, the rugby team, it's got a big cock on it.
Is it a big cock? Is it on the jersey? Is it?
A big golden cock.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I'll Google that. But yeah, my week was good. How was your week?
Jersey eat their cows.
Yeah, Jersey eat cows. Jersey's not a country, but Jersey eat cows.
Well, maybe I just made up my statistic then.
Where else?
Don't believe everything you read on the internet.
Yeah, it sounds like a little Facebook number, doesn't it?
Americans eat chickens as well. They've got a big chicken on their their coat of arms.
Isn't it an eagle?
Yes. That's me just trying to wind up our American viewers. They love a bit of shocking. Anyway,
Oh,
Adam,
I could be wrong.
before YouTube patriotically takes us down, how have you been?
Yeah, good. What happened last week? So long ago. I was sure it was a pretty standard week. Nothing exciting.
I think
Stayed up pretty.
Simon's put us on mute so he can have a conversation with someone. Look at him. How was your little conversation, Simon?
Yeah, good.
Did you put us on mute?
No?
Oh, well done. Good whispers. How was your weekend, mate? Oh, well, you can tell us about your weekend in your Simon's favourite segment, A Minute of Simon. Simon, get ready.
I retired.
No, well, you still got it, mate. You can't retire from this gig. Ready?
Bro, you got a minute of silence. Ready?
You're on. Talk, Simon.
Oh, he's calling. I'll see you later.
45 seconds down. He's left the conversation. He's left the conversation. What a butthead, eh? Fuck.
If this was Beavis and Butthead, you would be Beavis. And Simon would be Butthead.
He's very much a butthead at the moment. He's stolen all the chalk. He won't do his minute of talking.
What else is
Good.
good?
It's not good at all.
And he's not really pulling his weight on this chit chat show, is he?
No.
He's not being a very good person.
Speaking of weight, I can't wait to hear about your week, Ryan. How was it?
My week was spectacular. I went to work and then I went to Bunbury to go have a long, long nap. But then I came back and that was pretty much it.
I hear you sleep very well in Bunbury.
You sleep excellent in Bunbury. It's well known for its ability for you to sleep.
That's good. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just quieter, I reckon. I don't know what it is. I just think it's a bit quieter.
Did we cover that on the sleep episode? Did we do a sleep episode?
We talked about my Bunbury sleeping before. Yeah. So I went to bed at 9:30. I woke up at almost 9 o'clock, I think. So smashed out a big load of hours of sleeping.
That was more sleep than I had on the weekend, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. So that's why I look this pretty and Adam looks like...
Pretty much.
But anyway, Jules, you have the topic for today. What is it, mate? And what are we talking about?
I do have the topic. Well, I thought it was topical that we speak about training through muscle imbalances or injuries, I guess, kind of come under the same umbrella, but not, more when you're on the recovery side of an injury. So obviously when Adam is able to resume kind
Calf
full
raises.
training, calf raises, full training, there's going to be an imbalance between his injured leg and his healthy leg because he's continued to train as we are supposed to do. So it just thought it'd be interesting to talk about how to train through like an imbalance and how to get things to even out without just not training one leg and training the other one. If you have any thoughts. I have thoughts too, but I'll speak last.
Simon, you're Mr. Rehab.
Mr. Rehab. It's an interesting one because we get this from physios and we often have.
Yeah. See, I don't like the idea of
Weak
training
judgments.
your weak side, putting lots of volume through it to catch up
Yes!
to the other
Oh,
side.
thank God we're still on the same page at this. We hate it, don't we?
Yeah.
So wait, you're saying that a lot of people will generally do a high amount of volume to try and catch that other leg up?
Yeah, the idea is they'll catch it up through high volume.
Through
because
high
that's-
volume. What the problem is, the problem isn't like you want to put as much strength through it as possible, yeah, as at a progressive rate. But you don't want to go too far the other way and just overload it. So why are you doubling the volume that you would on your healthy leg?
Yeah, and it's obviously undertrained as well, so it doesn't have the capacity to handle that volume in the first place.
Yeah. So you should just use it as a time to work on both legs on exercises that you probably neglected and
Yeah.
build it up together.
Because you're probably really shit at those stability and like those base level single leg or single arm exercises anyway, because you haven't been doing them for a long time because you haven't been able to. So you might as well just build that stuff up at a progressive rate at the same rate, and that way it's going to catch up eventually, and you're not going to go like. There's so much emphasis on rushing stuff. I find with rehab, like everyone wants to rush stuff, and by rushing stuff, they stuff it up.
Yeah. I heard like a good one, like a good way of catching up like a weaker side, or like maybe not to the same extent as, like, it still probably applies to the whole rehab thing, but like say if you have one side that is noticeably weaker, you always train the weaker side first, and say you're within like a rep range of 8 to 10. If your weak side can only do 8, do that one first, and then only do the same weight and the same amount of reps on the other side, because eventually the other side will catch up. So rather than like, because I've seen some people do it before, because one side's weaker, they're like, oh, I have to use the 12.5 kilo dumbbell for this exercise for my left hand, and I'll use the 15 or 7. I'm like, that's just going to make the imbalance worse. So
You're
almost
just
like
on the same
the
path. Just both legs got stronger, but the issue hasn't been fixed. Like
exactly.
you've got to take you probably got to have to take a sacrifice in the strong leg. The strong leg's still going to get gains because it's still doing stuff. Like this is the bit that annoys me the most. It just like it's still doing stuff, and you're probably still doing it to a very high. You can just do it to a higher level. That's a progression in itself. Like the quality of the movement increasing is progressing the exercise.
Yeah, definitely.
Dumbasses. Anyway, Jules, what did you want to say?
No, you guys basically covered it, which I knew you would. But for me personally, when I injured my shoulder, through leaving it for too long, I started to get a lot of my pec was overactive, so it was doing a lot of the compensating for the weak muscles of my shoulder that weren't in such good shape. And then now that my shoulder is back to having full range of motion and stuff like that, which is good, you can really notice the difference in the strength on my pec on my bad side, which is stronger than my healthy shoulder, because that pec was compensating for everything else that wasn't doing its job, which means that I'm weaker through the back and stronger through the front. So I'm a little bit on the slant. So what I've been doing is basically what you guys have said. I've been training mostly unilaterally, and then the Adam tip was one that I had written down in my notes. So you do the weak arm first, like Adam said, and then you match the reps on each side. And then the other thing that kind of made a big difference to me, especially in like the unilateral style exercises, which is single arm for people that don't know, was trying to regain that really good, I hate the buzzword, but the mind muscle connection. So because my pec was so overactive, if I was to do a bicep curl on my bad side, you could see if I was training in a singlet that my pec would come on and sort of do the first part of the movement itself. So reeling back the weights a little bit, and just really trying to focus on making sure the right muscles are doing the right thing, and that the whole movement's nice and steady the whole way through. and I'm not compensating with everything else. So, you know, you guys said you don't have to sacrifice gains, and I would agree with that. You might just have to cop the idea that you're probably going to maintain the strength on your good side while you build it up on your bad side, which in turn is still getting gains because you're leveling everything out that was a bit on the piss. So yeah, you got to be cognizant of it though, because if you don't sort of pay attention to it and have a plan, you can tend to just keep training the way you are, and the imbalance will grow further and further apart, and it'll take longer and longer to fix, which is an issue that I had with my shoulder because I left it for so long. So if any of the clients out there are struggling or think that they've noticed a difference in strength on different sides, they should definitely come and chat to us sooner rather than later.
I'm going to plug our own programming in this because something that is really important is like not just overemphasizing barbell work, because barbell work is where you're going to start getting this stuff, because you're naturally going to have, you know, squatting, for example, you're probably going to have one leg that is more dominant than the other. It's going to be the same as your kicking leg, and that's a thing that will travel across because you use it more often for different things in normal life. So you've got to make sure that you're, like we always have, you know.
See, I wouldn't say is your kicking leg is the stronger leg.
Or your stability leg.
Yeah.
Depends which one you want.
Yeah.
But like, what I'm saying is you're going to have one that's going to be more dominant in certain situations than the other, depending if it's dynamic or is using it for stability, depending on what you're trying to do. So the reason why we always have barbell work, and then we'll have, or if we do have barbell work, we always have, you know, the single leg stuff or the dumbbell work. Because even dumbbells, you can do it at the same time, but you've got two different weights, so you're doing two different things. So making sure you don't just focus on the barbell work too much is really important, and just not letting it happen.
Yeah. Yeah. And also on that note is, you know, the mirrors in the gym, while they're for vanity purposes as well, which is what I mostly use them for, mirrors are a really good tool. You guys need to pay attention to the way you're lifting, because quite often if there's a really big imbalance, it'll be quite different aesthetically. So the first thing you'll notice is you'll feel it. It'll feel easier on one side, or the movement will feel more complicated on the other arm, on your non-dominant side or something. But you can also see it. So you can see like if the dumbbell path is a little bit different on one side. So make sure you're paying attention and zoned in. And it's just a good excuse to stare at yourself anyway. So
I think another good one, like tip, is like using tempos as well, because that, like, a lot of the time you don't realize you have, like, it might be a very subtle imbalance, but when you've got that extra time under tension and having to really focus and control, that's when the imbalance really presents itself. So like one of my clients at the moment, it's like one arm's like quite a bit weaker, and we've been focusing on still doing like bilateral movements with like bench press and stuff and shoulder press, but using dumbbells and really slowing down the movement and trying to keep them matched the whole way, because what he was struggling was controlling the weaker arm at the same tempo. Like the weaker arm would drop much quicker. So if you're using tempos, that really exposes that, and then you have to concentrate on matching the two up.
yeah, right. It's almost as if it's worth speaking to a trainer and a coach. Almost.
Snap.
Almost like we kind of know what we're doing.
Almost like it's worth paying for someone who knows a little bit more than you do about your health and investing in that person. How's this moustache hair just here?
Succulent.
It's just been catching my eye. But anyway, the glints in the sun. Go on, sorry. But
then you got like imbalances, like everyone wants a big chest, big biceps. They neglect the back, neglect the triceps.
And see, I think that's a healthy imbalance to have. That's a really good... That's a joke, by the way, to the clients.
I think, and then like also like anyone who plays sport, by default, everyone has imbalances if you play sport at a somewhat high level, and often those imbalances can actually be advantageous and help you. But in terms of like a health standpoint, you want to still have strength and try balance it out, but not take away from your performance.
Yeah, things only need to be strong enough not to break.
Yep. That's the one.
And that's all. That's as far as I'm going on that topic before I blow up into a massive fireball on a certain topic about something, but for another day. Let's move on to the movie section. Unless Simon, you looked like you were about to say something.
No, I'm good.
You're thinking the same thing I was thinking, weren't you?
Yeah, probably.
Probably, yeah. So we'll just we'll leave that one for another time, I think. But yeah.
Adam, what'd you watch?
Just change the subject, please. It's about to come out.
Well, I was a bad boy this week and I didn't watch a movie.
Oh, dear.
You have one job. Literally one job.
He's retired like me. We're all retiring.
Retiring from it.
One job.
No. Well, normally I'd watch it on Friday or Saturday night, but I ended up going out on both Friday and Saturday night. And then last night I was going to, but I was just so tired.
Look at you going out.
Yeah, I know.
Boy.
It was amazing.
How do you get out with the boot?
No, I didn't go out. I just went out of the house.
You should go to Connections or something with the boot on.
Yeah, maybe in a few weeks. I'll give it a crack.
Give it a go.
It's a bit like,
Everyone, we're going to be organising an FSC event. Get Adam to Connections in the boot. For anyone who watches, you get a discount code and you'll get to come with us for free, like everyone else can, because it's a free public event. But you'll get... Adam will buy you a lemonade. If you come on, if you listen to this and you let us know.
Or
Adam will buy you a
fruity
lemonade.
drink Adam drinks.
Or whatever weird drink that Adam drinks, because she has a weird taste in drink sometimes.
Yeah, right.
So, did anyone else watch a movie that we can review?
Simon. This could be Simon's minute. Simon, you review a movie. I know you watched at least a couple of movies.
Only because I was in bed.
What did I watch? I watched something and Annie was snoring away.
I don't know, but I think Black Panther needs to be watched this week.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
So you've seen that one?
Yeah, I watched that one when it came in cinemas, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, doggy. Hello, doggy. What's the doggo's name?
Vinny.
Oh, this is Vinny.
But he also answers to Benny because he can't really hear that good. Hey, Benny.
What, Penny Cousins?
Benny. He looks sad. Why does he look sad? Why does your
Because he can
dog look
smell
sad?
the kangaroo.
Oh, you can hear the smell of the kangaroos, but it can't
He
get
wants
to it.
Skippy.
Well, that's great. 2 segments today has been absolutely ruined. So good job, guys. Jules, take it away.
With sport?
Yeah, with
Okay.
sport, mate. Let's go. Crank it.
All right, there's a few big stories in sport.
We'll talk about the second topic after this because it'll lead in quite nicely.
Okay, so I'll leave that bit for last then. In soccer culture, as they call it in Italy, Arsenal and Liverpool drew in the Community Shield match, and then Arsenal won 5-4 on penalties. Simon, is that some sort of upset?
Not really. It's that tournament no one cares about.
The tournament no one
It's not even a
cares.
tournament.
It's a friendly.
It's a friendly with a trophy at the end of it.
Yeah, pre-season friendly.
Alrighty. And because most of our listeners will obviously have watched last week's episode, try and match up Adam's predictions in the basketball, because I'm about to read the basketball results, even though they just froze. Okay, here we go. So on Tuesday, the Bucks beat the Magic. Adam, you did call that. I remember that one.
Yeah.
Thunder beat the Rockets. Was that correct from you?
No, Rockets were... Yeah, I said Rockets.
3
I reckon,
points. That was 1 3-pointer away.
yeah, Rockets...
dear.
I thought they all walked out and they're not playing anymore.
No, so they...
Well, this was on Tuesday.
Yeah, I can't remember what day it happened, but on the days following, 2 or 3 days following the shooting in America, like all the players protested by boycotting those games. And then they had like a big meeting with all the players and the teams and the NBA executives and stuff, which only 2 of the teams said they'd pull out from the whole competition. So I think basically money talks in the end, I think, is the conclusion, without getting too political. But
And speaking of money talks, the Heat beat the Pacers. I don't know what money has to do with that. The Lakers beat the Portland. Wait, did you call Lakers or did you say Portland?
I called
Lakers were
Lakers.
the team that walked out, weren't they? Isn't it all LeBron just walking away?
No, so yeah, Lakers and Clippers were the two teams that didn't want to continue the season, but.
And speaking of the Clippers pumped the Mavericks. Is that an absolute thumping in basketball? They won by 111 to 154.
Like 154 points in a basketball game is a lot. And to win by, that's an absolute rinsing. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the Dallas Mavericks, cool. Can't be losing by that much in the playoffs. Milwaukee beat the Magic yesterday to end the series. Is that right, Adam?
Yeah.
The Rockets pumped the Thunder. They lead 3-2. LA won again. It's 4-1. Wait, how do you win the series? Oh, they won. They won the series. There you go. The Clippers also won the series against the Mavericks, who I just called were cooked. So I was right. And then today, just mere minutes ago, the Nuggets beat the Jazz.
Oh, that was a huge game, apparently.
Huge
Jamal
game.
Murray dropped 50 to send the series to a game 7.
You wouldn't read about it.
You wouldn't read about it. And the
all
mighty
right, so
Celtics won as well.
the last sport of the week before we talk about the new topic, the AFL. So there was some good games last week, actually. Essendon beat Hawthorn. So with the condensed quarters, there's 4 minutes of game time less per quarter. So that's 16 minutes per game. And Essendon came back from 36 points down to beat Hawthorn, which I think was the biggest comeback of the season.
Sure.
The Eagles got flogged, which is good. And then Geelong did the same thing. Geelong came back from 5 goals down to beat the Doggies. Really disappointing from the Doggies. Their season was on the line. They had a star-studded midfield, and then they got 5 goals up, and they just did a bit of this one. Bit of choke action. Anyway, Port Adelaide flogged Sydney, which was to be expected. The Dockers were atrocious. Got flogged by GWS. Wasn't too happy about that. Wasted my Saturday a little bit. Gave up a lot of time and money to the Purple Club, and they gave me nothing back. Absolute peanuts. Also, by the way, I haven't called it yet, but Dockers are cooked. Demons beat the Saints by 3 points. Pies beat Carlton. Oh, you love to see Carlton lose. Carlton are on my shit list after they robbed the Dockers that day. When they beat the Dockers, their fans went into absolute oblivion with the first sniff of finals in 10 years. And it looks like they're going to miss out. So absolutely taste that, Carlton fans. Taste it on your tongue. And then Gold Coast, Ryan's team, flogged North Melbourne.
The boys.
And they jumped the Dockers on the ladder after they beat North Melbourne.
Boys.
So Gold Coast playing some half-decent football. Adelaide Crows, who still haven't won a game this season, they had the bye. And to be honest, if the bye was an actual team, they probably would have lost that too. But
has there been many teams or if any in history that have gone winless the whole season?
It wouldn't have happened in the last 50 years, I don't think. You'd have to be atrocious. They've got the asterisks of the shortened season, but
even the Suns won a game back.
The Suns have won.
Started.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. So the ladder currently, as it stands, there are 3 teams on even points. So top 8 play finals. There are 8, 9, and 10 are all on even points. So it's anyone's ball game. I've called cooked on the Demons, but they are in that 3. I still think they're cooked. They're a bit.
So what happens if they're uncooked?
If they're uncooked, well then
revoke the stamp.
You can't revoke the stamp. I have to put a cooked stamp on myself. Yeah, I stamped them last week. They currently sit in 8th on percentage, but they're not playing good footy. They're a bunch of heroes, really. They love flogging bottom teams, and then as soon as they play someone...
But are they cooked or are they not cooked?
Well, I still say cooked. You can't revoke a cooked stamp.
But what happens if they make the finals and you've cooked them? Do you have to get cooked tattooed on you?
Yeah, cooked under the gym gnome.
I think you need to get tattooed on you, cooked. The cooked stamp.
Yes, I will definitely consider that. And lastly, in the segue topic, me and Ryan haven't actually talked about this, but this is what you call synergy, because I think I know what he wants to talk about. Messi is transferred away from Barcelona. One of
He's
the biggest
trying to anyway.
transfers.
Yeah, this is what we wanted to talk. This is what I wanted to talk about. So we're in a time right now where people are left, right, and centre are losing jobs, and this peanut. Well, he's not a peanut. He's a very good player. But like, I've just got up some stats off the internet. Yeah, he's chucked a wobbly because he didn't. Like, Barcelona sucked in the Champions League final. They've got a new coach, so he's chucked another wobbly. And all his mates are getting sold. So he's double, triple wobbly here, and now he's trying to get out and go somewhere else. Simon's having a giggle because look at him.
Where does he want to go?
Oh, he doesn't know where he wants to. He doesn't want to go anywhere. He just doesn't want to be in Barcelona anymore. But he signs this bloody contract that gets him like freaking. I've got a number here. I don't know if this is correct, but £26 million like last year in a year. 2020. That's how much he earned just for football. 26 million.
Like 50 million.
Well, it doesn't include latest image rights and all that stuff.
Pounds just for playing.
Just for, his base contract is that.
Just him turning up. 26 mil pounds. So like, that's like
About
a lot of dollars.
50 mil dollars?
Yeah, just to freaking turn up. Yeah. He's now I've got a report up here that's saying he's closing in on Man City are going to pay him at 2.5 mil a week if he joins Man City. 2.5 million a week.
Pounds?
He's got pounds.
Jesus.
Like,
yeah, you hope your commercial arrangements are good.
Like, you're hoping Man City, if they're doing a deal like that, they're getting every cent of every shirt that is sold, and they're making a big profit off it, because that is getting ridiculous. An era where fans aren't still allowed at games, are they? It doesn't matter. It's Man City. They don't have any fans. But, like, they're not allowed fans. Like, it's just stupid. This is stupid money.
How would they even have that much money if there's no fans? And
Well, they're owned by the Saudi royal family. So, like...
Well, no, not Saudi, the other one.
The other one, sorry. I'm going to get shot.
But they just got out of they just paid a fine for failing, like, financial fair play as well. So I don't even know how they're going to fund it.
Like, they're apparently going to swap, like, pretty much their entire team just to get this guy. And, you know, it is Messi. He is one of the greatest players ever. Like, he's going to go down as one of the greatest sportsmen of all time, just from his achievement level. But, like, he's also getting quite old. Like, how old is he now, Simon?
33. So it's my age.
So he's as old as Simon is, and Simon's an old man.
Very.
Like, I just, like, how high is this going to go? Like, other sports are taking pay cuts left, right, and centre. Like, but it just seems to the machine just keeps turning for these guys. Like, the buyout clause for his contract, he was trying to get out for free, but apparently the buyout is like 815 million. What I've just seen then, something like that. It's stupid.
So that's pounds.
I don't know if it's in pounds. I'm just getting off random articles on the thing, but probably converted to dollars.
Wages. What's the average player on in the NBA, Komatsu?
Oh, it's something stupid. Like, I think the base rate in Australian dollars, like the lowest paid player would be over $1 million.
See, I actually don't. I think the AFL players are fairly reasonably
I think
paid.
AFL are like, you know, compared to other sports, you know, it's commercial. So what was that you saying, Adam? That was the Australian basketball guys.
No.
He was saying in Australian dollars.
In Australian dollars.
Yeah,
like LeBron would be earning like similar to Messi, I'd say, per year. Or
no, I'm getting that up.
40. Well, I think his last contract was something like 40 mil a year. But but that's also like just his like team contract. Then he's got like his Nike endorsements and all sorts. So
there's only seven.
A hell of a lot more.
Salary for 2020 US dollars. The pound's stronger than the US dollar, isn't it? So take that into account.
Yeah.
37 mil for LeBron.
Well, that would work out to close to 50.
That'd be pretty close, yeah.
That'd be about the same.
But he'd have sponsors like coming out the arse, eh?
Yeah.
Well, they all do. Like,
well, I just did a quick check. There's 7 AFL players on over $1 million, and there's nobody over 1.5 mil. So that's pretty reasonable.
But they've got
the whole
salary
comp.
capping, haven't they?
Yeah, they've got a $12.5 million salary cap per team, and I don't
Does the
mind
NBA
that.
have a salary cap?
Yeah, but it's something stupid.
It's
And
like-
they have a cap, but you can go over it. But then you just have to pay more, like a luxury tax or something. So like these teams are owned by billionaires. So if they
So they
really
don't care.
want a player, they'd just pay the contract and then pay the whatever tax they have.
It's getting pretty insane. I think. Like, I think soccer is a very bad place for it as well. They need a salary cap. Like you get a lot of. I think the salary cap's good. It balances stuff out. I'm campaigning right now. Let's get every team, like just to keep things financially viable. Like how
About 20 years ago, the top salary was £100,000 a week.
Yeah, it's
And
blowing
now it's,
up massively. And like,
But
Messi
how long
is an
can you do that
example
for?
of- Yeah, exactly. How long can this keep going up? Because at this rate, they're going to be getting paid like stupid amount of money. in 10
TV
years' time.
rights. Yeah, it's TV rights.
But TV's
that-
dying.
Well, it's still going up.
You know, you have like the streaming services
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's to pay like
Streaming
yeah.
services are peanuts. Like compared to what Foxtel used to be cost and Sky Sports and stuff like that. Like KO gets you all the Premier League pretty much, and it costs you $9 or something.
You'd want to play well, copping that kind of wage. Jesus Christ! You know
I think
that's sometimes.
AFL are very underpaid for how dangerous the sport is. Like, it's
Yeah.
career ending pretty quick.
Well, I just did a quick Google. The AFL profited $49 million last year, so it's not like they're $1 billion. You know.
So
Yeah, it's all
their
relative.
profit from last year couldn't have paid Messi for a year.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah,
they
true.
can't afford these guys for a year. That's because they're not making that much money.
yeah, and you
No,
know
it's not
massive.
it's not an international sport. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
exactly.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what
it
AFL
is
kind of
and it isn't.
shoots itself.
Yeah, it does shoot itself in the foot. But that's okay. It's Australia's great game. We love it.
It's like even the English rugby team has had to take a massive pay cut on their day fees. Like I think they're at 20. And they're not like rugby players are not paid anywhere near the amount that the soccer guys are paid over there. And that's because they don't. The league doesn't make anywhere near as much as the EPL. But they were at the English rugby team was £25,000 a game. So you turn up. You get in the match day team, you get 25k just to turn up, pretty much. So like,
Yeah, you'd want it. Yeah.
and now
You'd
they're
wanna
down
play
to
good.
17 or something. They
is
dropped
that
it to
it?
17. So yeah,
they
17
gonna be all right?
grand to pay it for 80 minutes,
Yeah, last couple of weeks ago,
not
there was
including your England rugby salary, like what just comes out
there
anyway.
was a couple of a controversy a couple of weeks ago in footy where players banded together because people were like messaging them on Instagram saying that like they were saying, "You're a piece of shit. You cost me my multi." Blah 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 blah. And they're like, "This is not okay." And I was thinking to myself, mate, you get paid $450,000 a year to kick a ball around. If you cop a bit of ruining the multi, then it's
a bit
just
of
cop
flack from
it.
someone in your
Just cop it.
DMs.
Just cop it. Doesn't go for racism, harassment, and all that. But if you're going to cop it about a multi, just take that on the chin, would you?
Did they? It probably came out of their super as well, Jules.
Yeah. I think I lost all my super on multi bets this season. I haven't had a win in a long time.
Gambling.
Yeah, gamble responsibly, as they say in the ads. Yeah. Any quiz today? We've run pretty long.
No, the quiz is here. And guess who it's about?
Messi.
It's about Messi. So we're doing a Messi quiz. Get it?
You're absolutely feeding these wins to Simon, to be honest.
A
I wouldn't
Messi
have a
quiz.
clue about anything to do with Messi.
All right,
Well,
let's
The
go.
fact that he's a soccer player.
Question number 1.
Give me a point.
What is Messi's jersey number? 10,
Oh,
33, 28, or 16?
Are we all
Yeah.
guessing, or is it first?
if it's
Yeah,
first, I win. 10.
we'll all guess.
Yeah, we'll guess.
I want to hear what Simon guesses, actually.
No, 'cause- I think it's 10.
Yeah, I don't know, 10.
It's 10. I can tell you that for free. It's 10. So, nice easy one just to get you out the gate.
Okay, surely there's some difficult ones.
Messi's childhood team, who was it?
Who he direct for?
A is AC Milan, B, Barcelona Youth, C, Norwell Old Boys, and D, none. He didn't have a team when he was young. He just went straight to being king.
Straight to being king.
What are we picking?
I reckon the Nunjdon's old boys. What do you say?
The
Old
New
Boys,
Wells
yeah.
Old Boys.
Newell's old boys. Yeah. I reckon that was where his dad played.
Alrighty. Adam,
Straight to being a king.
straight to so you didn't have a team when you was young? Childhood team?
No, no.
Simon,
Old boys.
is it?
I think so. Well, it depends when you say how young he is.
Well, I haven't actually got
Who
the
is the
answers up,
Noodle?
so I was
Who
just
is
hoping that
the
you...
Noodles old boys?
So they're an Argentinian team, and then he went to Barcelona when he was like 14. So it depends on like the age this question asks.
All right, let's see.
Well, what was Messi's childhood team? He went straight to the Barcelona youth team, didn't he?
Yeah,
Due to
like
ambiguity,
13 or 14.
he went straight to being a king.
What's the answer?
But I'm trying to get the answers up.
That's what you do before the quiz starts,
Yeah.
Well,
right?
I thought they were there, but they're not there. I'll Google it.
There's no answers on this quiz.
Well, everyone wins then.
Childhood team. New World Old Boys! Well done, boys. Good job. What is Messi's international team?
Argentina.
Argentina.
Oh, everyone got that one. Congratulations. Messi has only played... Oh, what? Oh, has Messi only played for Barcelona in his entire professional career? True or false?
Well, false, because he's about to change.
Simon?
True, because he hasn't changed.
He hasn't changed yet, mate.
Yeah, true. Unless
Depends when you ask this question.
Yeah. Next week it'll be different.
Yeah, so this is a left field question, but who is Messi's favourite superhero? A,
this is-
Iron Man, B, Batman, C, Superman, D, The Flash.
This will separate me and Timo here.
Oh my god.
This is going to separate the boys from the men.
Say Iron
on,
Man, Superman,
Flash.
Flash, and who?
What was that? Iron Man, Batman, Superman, or Flash?
Flash, because he wants to be quick.
Messi, eh? He's got a lot of tattoos.
Superman.
You got any superhero tattoos?
Yeah, Superman, I think.
No, I reckon Iron Man sucks. I reckon he loves Batman.
Batman?
Yeah.
And the answer is... I can't find it on Google.
Well, how did you get the answers from the quiz?
I don't know, Simon. It's not coming up.
Next question.
It was The Flash.
Yeah.
Not really.
I'm
The
back
Flash
in it.
The Flash is my favourite, and he is the best. So take that one. All right, number 7. Where did Messi grow up? A, North America, Europe, South America, or France?
South America.
South
This
America.
this is a rubbish quiz, eh? Yeah, it's South America. He's from
Oh, it's a
Argentina.
draw.
Who did Argentina? Who did Messi idolize as a child? Pele, Baggio, Maradona, or Basten?
Wasn't Maradona from Argentina? I'm going to say Maradona.
Yes.
Yeah, Maradona.
So I'm going to say seafood marinara.
Can we just end this quiz? It's not very good.
Simon,
Simon, just cook the next question on purpose. And then I will win. Because we're both on even points.
Are
who did
we?
you say?
I said marinara.
Marinara?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it right, yeah. But, yeah, that's the question answer. Well, good one today, guys. Who won the quiz?
What?
Me.
Bullshit.
Congratulations, Congratulations, Jules, for winning the quiz today. I hope that wasn't too crap for everyone. So,
That was the final question.
The title of this should be "Excellent Podcast." Don't listen to the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, we started
listen
off
to
pretty
everything
good.
apart from the quiz. Simon doesn't do his minute talking, and don't listen to the quiz. This week, we don't do any of the things we normally do. That's what it's going to be called. All right, guys. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
See ya.